Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tips on Tuesday. And this tip involves baking. And right now I thought I'd gather some ingredients to bake some scones. So let's get started, and I will show you my tip for Tuesday. So I'm going to start with 2 cups of flour. And here are a plate of dry ingredients. We have 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and then 6 tablespoons of sugar. And those all get mixed up into your bowl. So here's the tip. It calls for cold butter. Now, I have a way of doing it. You can cut it into chunks and use this pastry blender. You can use knives to cut in the cold butter. You can put it in a food processor to whirl it up. But I don't want to. Number one, I don't want to use my food processor. It's just a big hulk of a machine, and it just dirties up about 4 or 5 different pieces for that. So I take my butter straight from the freezer, and this is where I store my butter, is in long-term in the freezer. It is super cold. I will take my grater and I will grate the butter into the bowl. Now each stick has 8 ounces. My recipe calls for 6 ounces, so I don't have to worry too much about skinning my knuckles. This keeps the butter nice and cold, and it will keep it in nice little chunks. Easy, easy, easy. And look at these nice shavings of butter. And they will mix so nicely into my flour mixture here. Don't have to worry about cutting it in with a pastry blender. It's all in that pea-sized shape already. I do this with my pie crust, any kind of a pastry that I'm making. Then the mixture calls for 1 egg white, half a cup of heavy cream, and whatever your flavoring of choice is, and this is vanilla, and about a half a teaspoon of vanilla. Now, since it's strawberry season, I've got strawberries kind of diced up, not into a real fine dice, but I took 1 heaping tablespoon of the flour in my flour mixture, and I'm just going to toss that into the strawberries. So I'm not increasing the flour in any way at all. There we go. And then that goes into my batter. This point in time, I like to use my hands. That butter is still cold. Now at this point you want your scones, you want it to sort of form together just a little bit, not too clumpy. Depending upon the humidity, you may need to add more of your liquid. I think I might need just a scant bit more of the heavy cream. Just a little bit at a time. It's coming together kind of clumpy. That's good. I'm going to put it out onto my mat. I'll take my dough and kind of roll it just a little bit into a log, probably about a 12-inch log. And then I cut little diagonals like this. And that's your traditional scone shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 this time. I could have made them smaller. And then we'll put them onto our sheet. This is going to go into a 350-degree oven for approximately 20 to 25 minutes. I hope you enjoyed that tip today, using freezing cold butter, frozen, grating it with a cheese grater, and it just saves many steps. You don't have to use your pastry blender, and you don't have to pop it back into the refrigerator to get it cold. I use this for, as I said before, pie dough and any kind of pastry that I'm making that requires cold butter. So I'll see you when that comes out of the oven. Okay, here they are. Don't they look great? And I'm going to put them in a rack. Once they cool off, I'm going to give them a little drizzle and they will be ready to eat. So that was my tip for Tuesday. I hope you, if you want, I will put the link for this recipe down in the description box below. And try that tip by grating your butter for all your pastry products. All iced up. This was a recipe from my sister-in-law, Ruth. Thank you, Ruth. I make it all the time. She used to make it for me when I came to visit. So this is my Tuesday tip, using frozen butter, grated frozen butter for all of your pastries, biscuits, scones, pie crusts. Try it. So until the next Tuesday, bye.